Hey, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Right now we're getting ready to go out for a nice ride today. We're on our 1,000-mile challenge over the 45 days. Right now currently we have 404 miles in. So I'm a little behind, I'm about 21 miles behind on the pace where I want to be at 25 miles a day. So the intention over the next 2 days is to try to get anywhere between 80 and 100 miles in. So we're about to take the road bike out. You'll see some footage of that. I'm about to do 20 to 25 miles this morning. I got my Weight Watchers meeting at 10, so it's 6:30 right now, so I'm going to go for the next 2 hours. Hopefully in that 2 hours I can get, like I said, the 25 miles in or so, which is about the pace I usually ride. So the intention is 25 miles this morning. We'll come back, we'll go to our Weight Watchers meeting. It's supposed to be a nice afternoon. We'll try to get out and either do a Peloton ride this afternoon or an e-bike ride for another 20 to 25 miles, and it'll be the same thing we want to do tomorrow before we go away on vacation. So we're excited to share that with you. A couple things to keep in mind. Haven't really had any breakfast yet, so I have my granola bar with me. I'll probably eat this on the road as I go. And then I've talked about it before, but we've got our jelly beans in case we need some sugar when we're on the road. We've got a bottle and a half of water, so we're set up in the right way to get out and do a good ride. So I'm happy to share this one with you. We got the GoPro out today versus the iPhone, so hopefully we get a little footage of us in front of us, give you a nice little footage on the road of the bike ride. And with that being said, we'll talk to everybody really soon as we get on the road. Thanks. I figured I'd show you this because it's quiet, because I'm not going very fast. But this is the worst hill on the ride I'm going to do today. It's just, it's not a super steep grade, but it's long. And with the amount of miles we've done so far this month, it probably takes me a good 4 or 5 miles for my legs to warm up. And right now we're like 3 miles in, so we haven't fully warmed up yet. The thing that sucks with this one too is we get the light in the middle of it, so if you have to stop at all, this grade goes up beyond the side of the hill. So I'm hoping the light changes did when we get up there in time. It's before 7 in the morning, so there's not a lot of traffic, so I think we'll keep the light. But yeah, we're gonna do 2 laps of what we did on our 100-mile ride a couple years ago, which is like 12.5 miles each lap. So I'm gonna bang this out. It's usually about 50 minutes a lap, so it'll take me about an hour 40 to do my 25 miles this morning. And like I said, we're gonna head home, get changed, go to the Weight Watchers meeting, and then later on today we'll get out and do another 25 on the Peloton or the e-bike, or even a combination of both. So yeah, it should be fun. But I figured I'd share this one with you only because it's quiet, because we're not going too fast. Shouldn't be a lot of road noise right now, so we'll come back and talk to you in just a few. Thanks. All right, guys, this is always that fun downhill that we have that gets some pretty good speed. There's a lot of wind noise, so you won't probably hear a lot from me, but this one's always fun to show. That I'll show you the road, the old road by the cemetery. That's always good too. So we're like just under 8 miles into our 25-mile ride. Good so far. My hamstrings are super tight though. I just can't get them loose today. So we're fighting through that. But I'll shut up because you're not going to hear me in a second with all the wind noise. So try to remember is a long uphill leads to a long, fun downhill. So anytime I'm miserable on that long uphill, I just try to remember how fun and fast that downhill is, and it makes up for it. So I'll be back with you in just a minute. One of my favorite roads to ride on, we've talked about this before, we're in kind of the historic part of Denham, Massachusetts. A lot of older homes, one of the oldest cemeteries in the country. I just enjoy this part of the ride. It's not supposed to rain today, but clouds are looking pretty ominous. We're about 11 miles into the ride, so we're almost halfway there. So I'm hoping I can get this other lap in before the rain starts, because it would suck otherwise, but it shouldn't be too bad. Good morning. And we should be able to get our first 25 in. They said it was going to be cloudy, but man, it's gotten real dark here. Which, if you saw at the beginning of the ride, it was pretty sunny. So I'm heading into the direction where the sun is and the clouds here. So we'll see what happens in the back half of the ride. But this is, again, one of my favorite areas. Some really nice older homes. You know, and it's a nice mix. You got some of the more modern houses, and then your house is built in the 1700s and 1800s, which is always fun to see. You know, the house over here on the left is 1840. Let me see if I can see all these guys here. $1805. And then again, you have a really modern house here. It's almost like a tiny house. Some more modern houses. So it's a really nice eclectic mix. And again, it makes the ride more pleasant. You know, I think I told you guys before, one of the things I look for on the ride is just to find ways to really enjoy the ride. Find different places to take a look at. You know, it's hard. You don't want to ride in the city all the time, because you know that's no fun. Like up here, there's a couple older homes. They just built a beautiful new condo complex. There's like 6 units in this really nice place that I remember I was watching the construction the whole time it was going on during this pandemic, and it was cool to see just kind of how everything would go in. But it doesn't look out of place in the neighborhood. You know, again, these are more modern homes here. This street's a newer street. So again, it's a little more modern stuff, but always nice to see. And this was that condo complex, like 6 homes, and then you have a beautiful old like New England style brick home here, and then you have the newer condo where they went with the wood shingles and the forest green. It almost feels like more to be home in like Vermont, but it's a really nice looking house and complex. So just figured I'd share that with you. As we get close to the end of the ride, we'll come back and we'll share a little bit more. We'll talk to you in just a minute. All right, everybody. So we're 21 miles into our ride, so 4 miles to go. Not a bad ride. I thought about doing 50 and just stay on the bike and kept going, but I'm not sure what this weather's gonna do. And in all honesty, I wasn't really cutting for 50 today. I didn't eat anything for breakfast. You saw I brought the granola bar, but I haven't eaten it yet. I want to go home and wash my hands. There's a little turtle on the side of the road. I was getting ready to walk into the road, and I grabbed them and I took them off the road because it only takes 2 seconds to not be an asshole and save a little turtle. But you know, I haven't washed my hands yet. And anytime I do anything outside, I want to wash my hands first. So I'm gonna go home and wash up and finish up my ride. Get the 25 in this morning. I think we'll try doing another 25 this afternoon. I feel pretty good. Once we got through the first 8 or 9 miles, my hamstrings started to loosen up some. They're still a little tight, but they're not too bad. This area's a little different, right? This is a little bit more what you think about when you think about some of these suburbs of Boston. I'm right on the outside of Dedham Square, so we're getting close to where some of those older historic homes are. But we're up near the courthouse, the municipal pool. It's a nice little area. Again, this road's a little beat up. That's probably the hardest part about riding around here is our freight taxes are through the roof. The gas tax is stupid high, property tax is high, but our roads are trash. Like, they do a terrible job of repairing these roads. And Dedham's are always fixing their roads, so I give them kudos for trying, man, but these roads are rough. So, with that being said, I did weigh in this morning, so I figure I'll share that with you. I was at 224.2, so down about 8 pounds since we started a couple of months ago. I mean, in all fairness, I haven't eaten well. Not nearly what I should be doing. Obviously we've ramped up the exercise with 1,000 miles on the bike that we're trying to do.
But yeah, we gotta get better at that. But this will be good. This will get me back on track for the miles, for the ride. So I got a little wind coming up, so there's probably a little wind noise here. So with that being said, everybody, thanks as always for checking out the channel. If you haven't done so far, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the videos. And I think the next video, if I don't do one tomorrow, which I don't know if I will come from Tennessee. And we'll let you know how we get our workouts in down there and how that's going. So with that, we'll talk to everybody soon. Have an awesome, awesome day. Thanks.